This is mid, so like a week or two from being a year.
Yeah, be good.
Hey, welcome back to the Handlebar Garden.
Today, Mike is going to do a 1 year review, or almost 1 year review, on his 2020 Street Glide Special. So stay tuned for that.
Hey, we're going to do a 1 year review on 2020 Street Glide. I've had it for roughly a year and almost a week now. I'm going to go over the likes and the dislikes. And my first like, if you can see this right here, this is cruise control. You push it in and down and it locks it in. For each time you click up, that's 1 mile an hour faster. Each time you click down, that's 1 mile an hour slower. And I found that to be probably one of the best features on the bike. Another like, which all this stuff kind of makes you lazy, but it's got the hill assist. You can squeeze the front brake in until it vibrates and let go, and your brake's locked on until you start letting the clutch out. Same thing with the back brake. You can push it till it vibrates and it locks it on. You can set in place. The dislike on that is, one, your brake light's not on. So when or it is on this one anyway, when you put your hill assist on, you don't have the brake light. And two, if you're in neutral, it don't work, which I don't know. I think it should, but yeah, that's what they did. And another dislike, which I guess I'm used to by now, is the clutch, the hydraulic clutch. And I think it's been a dislike for a lot of people because the 21s now have went back to the cable clutch. But I've had this, like I say, for a year and I've gotten used to it, so I guess I'll stick with it even if they make a conversion kit. Another like, well, I guess this is a like and a dislike, is the fairing. I like the technology that it holds. You've got your GTX infotainment system. Of course, it's got the radio on it. You've got a little pouch here that you can put in a flash drive, put music on it, have all that going. You've got your controls here, turn the music down or off or crank it up. Buttons to work all this. You've got your navigation system on it, which comes in handy. Also, in one of our previous videos we put the Android Auto on this, so you can actually hook your phone up to it, use the maps and stuff off your phone, which is going to be real time what's going on, which, as you know, roads change constantly. The dislike on the fairing is I've always been used to seeing my front tire, which it's not that big a deal. It's just more of a mental thing. But now I can't look down and see it. Like I say, it's not. I've rode this for over a year. I've not had any trouble with it. The technology also in this fairing is your gas gauge. You got trip A and B. Of course, your RPMs, your battery. On the infotainment system here, it'll also tell you your tire pressure. I mean, a lot of stuff that really does make you lazy, but it's nice to have. It's the 114 Milwaukee 8, fuel injected, so there's no turning the gas off and all this stuff. Once you get there, you can turn it off. And with the key fob, you don't have to worry as much about somebody stealing it. I mean, anybody wants it, they'll figure out a way of doing it. But as far as your general criminal, they're not gonna pop the key switch out, fire it up, and ride it off. You gotta have this present. The bars are 16-inch. I'm not really sure what brand they are. They were put on at the dealership before I got the bike. Same with the quick release and the backrest. It was all added on. One of the dislikes for pretty much all Harleys is the stock grips. So that was the first thing I done, was change the grips, put the ISO grips on. I've rode bikes for years with those on it. I'm pretty partial to it. Another dislike would be the hill shift. It didn't come with the hill shift. I had to add that. And the seat, the stock seat was okay as far as the rider's concerned, but the passenger, you had this little bitty narrow kind of slope back seat that was uncomfortable. So I upgraded to the tall boy, which we also have a review that we done on that. I done the stage 1 and stage 2 kits on it. I've changed the exhaust. I went with I kind of went cheap on that. I went with the Shark Road off of Amazon for my slip-on mufflers. They perform pretty well. I've been happy with them. Another huge like I have is the saddlebags, which they should have done this years ago. You know, quick release, quick latch. You don't have to get it snapped back here and close and latch it down. You got that, I mean, basically one finger. I added the luggage rack and the bag just to have a little extra storage going on. And the tires. I'm not a really big fan of Dunlop to begin with. These factory tires, after about 5,000 miles or so, they start to cup, and you get this roar every time you come into a curve. They still got good tread. I've not had any problem. I've rode in the rain several times. As you can hear it thundering, I'm probably going to be riding in the rain again today. And the headlights, I left the stock housing, but I upgraded to LED bulbs. Give me a little more light, make it a little better to see. It also has the ABS brakes, so if you grab your front brake real hard, it'll automatically apply pressure to the rear brake to help slow you down and not have that big dip going. So overall, I've a year and almost 9,000 miles. I've been pretty happy with it.
How many issues you had with it?
I've not had any.
Good.
Of course, I'm not hot rodding it either. You know, I see a lot of guys doing burnouts and, you know, redlining before they shift and all this. And I could kind of see where that would create problems. And downshifting, I see a lot of forums on Facebook where guys are talking about third gears busted. And I don't know what they're doing. My guess is downshifting. I figure it's always a lot easier and cheaper to change brake pads than it is to get into that transmission.
Yep.
I hope this helped you out. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave us a comment. Thanks for watching. Now hit your notification bell.